All right, guys, let's take a look at a ball watch. Now, this is a brand that definitely offers a lot of watch for the money, whether you're buying it even brand new. Hopefully, your end user, if you're buying it new, because if you're going to be a flipper when you're buying the ball watches brand new, expect to take a little bit of a hit, man. I don't know why, but they take a hit on the secondary market. If you buy used, there are some phenomenal deals on the ball watches, and I think you can play in that range because they usually don't go down much more than that. Once they've experienced that, or initial depreciation, they pretty much hold steady. So big thanks to my buddy Homer for sending this watch over. This one he wore for a little bit, and it's overall in great condition considering he's a little rough on his watches typically. This one's in really good condition. So this is the Ball PM3030c-s-be. So this is the Roadmaster Icebreaker Blue. Limited edition. A lot of these ball watches are limited edition. This is number 165 of only 1,000 made and is just a killer watch. I love the overall look of it. It almost looks like it has an integrated bracelet, even though it isn't. But I don't know that you'd be able to put a strap on this watch because how much room there is between the end of the case and where those spring bars are. So let's get into the case dimensions here. This is a 40 millimeter watch, a 45 lug to lug, but if you measure from the extremities of the fixed center link here, it is like 54 millimeter, but it curves down. So I would say it feels more like a 47, 48. It really doesn't feel like it's a 54 lug to lug at all. It's only 11.7 millimeter thick. It's a very thin watch considering it is tritium tubes, and it has a date and a power reserve indicator. 20 millimeter lug width, but like I said, you're not going to be able to get a strap on this watch. I think there's just a very tight spectrum there for the spring bar. Now the bracelet instantly flares out to match more of the case. So this is like almost a 23 millimeter here, and then the bracelet tapers down to an 18 mil, and you have a fully milled out pusher style butterfly clasp. You do have half links on this. You can see there's a half link here. There's another half link over here that was removed. So you're going to be able to size it okay. I think, with the butterfly clasp, that can be a challenge, but I think this one's going to size up fine. This configuration sized up for my wrist, 7¼ inch wrist. It weighs in at 161 gram. This watch is using a 904L stainless steel. You're going to recognize that because that's the same steel that Rolex uses and some other brands. It just is more corrosion resistant. It seems like it polishes up really nice. It tends to scratch a little bit more, or show scratches more, but still a great overall look to it. Retail price on this, $23.99, $2,400. I think you're getting a lot of watch for the money, guys. You're getting an ETA movement. It's called the Ball RR1702-C. It is a COSC, and it has a power reserve indicator, but what it really is an ETA 2897. You don't get to see that movement used a lot in the watch community, but if we zoom in here and take a look at the case back there, you can see it's decorated, and then right up there above the balance, you can see 2897. So 21 joules, I believe 42-hour power reserve. You can see the part number there. I didn't see the water resistance on this. It has to be at least 100 meter. It's got a screw down crown. Beautiful finishing on it. It's a little marked up on the side of the case there. A little bit taller bezel here for the size of the mid case, but they have to do that essentially because the hand stack has to be spaced out more because of the tritium tubes, and then also on the dial you have it's almost like a sector dial, but you have the tritium tubes on there. I think there's like 15 tritium tubes on this thing, and we'll try to get a good glow on it for you. But if you unscrew the crown here, the first position, you can see if we wind this, you can see that power reserve indicator increasing its capacity all the way up to a potential 50-hour power reserve on this guy. There you go. And of course, first position, you can do the date change. Next position, you can hack the movement, adjust the time. Very simple operation, fully polished handset. Very clean, good operation. Go ahead and push that crown in and go ahead and screw that down, maintain the water resistance. If we zoom back out, we can take a look of this thing on my wrist. Like I said, here it is on my approximately 7¼ inch wrist. Looks, feels, wears great, guys. Don't mind the butterfly clasp on this one. Seems like it works good for me. H-link style bracelet. Just a clean, everyday, good wearing watch for sure. Let's kill the lights and see if we can capture some of this lume. Worst case scenario, I will be able to get the UV light out and you'll be able to see some of it in that capacity, but I think you can kind of see it there. I think we have a couple different colors as well. I think you have orange up there at the 12. The rest of them are going to be green. Yeah, you can clearly see it. Ball makes a really good watch. I think there's, you know, the fans out there of the Ball watch brand will have more than one, or they like to try a bunch. And then there's people that are always interested in it. This is the type of watch from Ball that you can buy if you're interested in it. This is the type of one you're going to want to pick up because it is 100% going to work for you. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next vid.